Okay. Alright, welcome back to Campfire Cookie in the World Anime Review, episode number 10. We're reviewing the 17th episode of the series, known as Is the enemy monsters or hunger? Kind of a weird title, this one. So we pick up not long in advance of the last episode where Fel, Sui, Makoto, and Dora-chan just wipe off after eliminating the monsters on the forest floor. And they press the thing, go down the next floor, and it's a gigantic dungeon. Yep, gigantic floor, because basically they're trolls and minotaurs, which they eliminate pretty quickly, and then pretty much afterwards they rest for a bit in their rest area, where they have some food. And then their party shows up because one of the members is wounded, but luckily basically Makoto just happened to have a potion on him in a big bottle, which I'm sure probably Sui probably made those, and heals the person's wounds up. He gives some extra ones. He gets paid 15 gold. He goes to get some food the next day. Of course, they spend the night with them. And all about these particular monsters is scabbards, I think it's called. And apparently they're bigger than the minotaurs. So then they finish on that floor, and then they go to the 29th floor, finish up monsters on there, and then they go straight to the bottom floor, the 30th floor, which apparently is the last floor of this dungeon, which is a bit unusual because most dungeons I've seen in anime tend to be over 100 floors, not 30. That's a pretty small dungeon. Yes. So, and get this. This particular floor is a desert. Yes, it is a freaking desert. Now, in case you're curious though, have I come across an anime where one of the levels of a dungeon is in fact a full-blown desert? Yes, as a matter of fact, just recently, Reborn's vending machine actually had a floor in that particular dungeon where it was literally a desert. Yep, and we see like basically a giant sandworm, which reminds me of Dune, because they have basically sandworms now. They fight a sandworm, they fight basically a giant scorpion. They of course use berry magic to cover up the heat because they're getting so hot. So Makoto buys some water, and he buys some hoodie and shades, and they get there, and of course they battle a behemoth, which of course they win. And then the episode ends with basically them having a feast. Fried food. And that's the episode ends. Pretty good episode. I kind of enjoy this one. Now overall, there's about 7 more to go for the season. Yes, 7 more. It is something though that this is another one of those basically I'm already almost halfway to the season already. I mean, the only one basically I'm past the halfway point so far is Hero Class, and episode 7 for that airs tomorrow. Yes, which also happens to be the day we aired the first episode dubbed for that series. Yep. Yeah, and Thursday, no new anime that day. Nope, none. Me. Which is interesting. Friday, of course, is Backstab and Backwater Dungeon. This one in particular, because here's kind of really weird. Something happened with my schedule. My schedule, basically, I thought was set because I got the schedule yesterday, and then today they launched this new app for my work to use. So, my schedule got changed. Yep. To where I have unexpectedly had tomorrow off. This was like I was originally going to work that day. I was still working Thursday, but an hour was added on to that one. And working Friday, this was like I originally had the day off, according to previous schedule. I still have Saturday and Sunday off, which is not an issue with me. And then I work Monday, and then for some reason I'm off Tuesday. This felt like that was another day we were originally supposed to work, but for some reason they gave me the day off. I'm not sure why, given the fact I've worked really hard this week. I'm not really sure why they took another day away from my schedule. Yeah, and I added up, it's like 24 hours, which is not good. I prefer 30, not freaking 24. Just, I really wish they would give me another day in my schedule, but nope, they chose not to do that. And I have no idea why. But that's basically what happened. So, so tomorrow, I have a day off. So, next up, by the grace of gods. Okay? See you. Bye.